All right. Give me 1 second to set up. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. So just give me 1 second. I'm not quite done setting up. Okay. How we doing, guys? Yo, and forgive me, not say less. Here come the floodgates. But since you guys got on first, of course, first 5 in order. And depending on how many levels we do, we'll reset past the hour. Let's just hop on. Sonic Blaster by Amy Shiro. Okay. Definitely has that classic look to it, is giving Stereo Manus vibes, but definitely developed by the second part, which I appreciate. I'm not the hugest fan of the color scheme, nor am I a big fan of how much these ground spikes take a lot of the screen. I've never been a fan of this type of visual design personally. I think the only creator that has utilized it well in a non-traditional design way was Hollow Earth with his level glaze. I also just wish that there was just something filled in the middle, too. Okay. So you remember that IVTeal or Destriv, one or the other, has shown a trick on Twitter where you can make these types of helix-like backgrounds, and you know what? It works kind of well here. Good on you for trying that method out. No. Actually, no, it's not that. It is definitely not that. Oh, wait, it is. It is that. Yeah, it is that. I had to take a double. I had to look again. Hmm. Definitely a lot of elements that keeps the thrill up with this experience. But I also think that there are some moments that do come off as outright empty in some aspects, and leaves me wanting more out of it. What do they want? Do they want feedback in the form of detailed comments? Sure. Yeah. Just give me 1 second. Welcome to the 146 people who just joined. I'm gonna write another comment. It's not really spamming. Hang on. I can just simply do a thing. If you want the level request form, let me just duplicate YouTube. View your channel, level request use form, please. And then alright, refresh the stream and you should see the description of the video has it posted there. Basically that. Alright. Did you stop streaming on Twitch? I'm not entirely, but I'm pivoting to YouTube mainly because, etc. I don't know why I said etc. Okay. I would send this for a 7-star rate, personally. And we got our first end of the day. Let's go. Are they picked at random? They get picked at random after the first one. Not the first one, the first 5. Next one. Marine Snow by Sultan331. See. I can see the vibes that this level's going for. The designs are really basic, though. You can slide. I do like that some of the block designs have asymmetrical shapes to them and nothing inherently rectangular all the time. It does give it a bit of variety that I appreciate. But overall, though, a lot of these block designs aren't particularly remarkable in any sort of way. They do feel pretty reductive and empty, if not just really, really basic. The gameplay is really nothing much to write home about either. That's pretty much the best feedback that I could give for this level, I think, without going off on a tangent. I don't know how to make YouTube either. How to, what's it called? How to make videos. Can you please use Transform in the future? I have considered that before. The reason why I'm not doing it is mainly because, one, I want to have more autonomy with how I do requests. And the second reason is mainly because I know that there was some sort of DDoSing incident that happened with Try's website, which definitely made me uncomfortable with trying to explore going forward. So, DDoS, that's what I meant to say. So I probably am not going to explore that anytime soon. Alright, this person wanted feedback. Hi, Raven. Vice Guava. I don't know what that means. Okay. Nice coloration of the bricks inside the blocks here. It's definitely on the simpler side, but I do like what this level's going for. Fairly open, but it's clean. I do like it. It might be a bit empty in some aspects, but I don't mind it too much. As long as you can further develop this with each passing part, which you are definitely capable of doing. Okay, this part's probably going to be annoying, so I'll probably put some sort of specialized block to prevent this type of motion, in my opinion. Song's pretty low stim. Okay, there it is. Oh. Okay, so you can basically skip the pad there by hitting the orb the way I just did. But I also think that one notable issue that I have, and that's mainly coming from me as a 4x3 monitor player, so my screen is narrower than others. You don't get much time to react to the oncoming platform right here, which has the pad. It feels very sudden, so I wouldn't know that I have to hit it like this. I do think that this sequence of hitting this, clicking on this UFO and then immediately clicking on this yellow is a bit forced. I would probably just make it one click, honestly. Definitely has the potential to be fun in gameplay. I do look forward to, working on it further. Uh, Overall, not bad of a draft so far. I do like this. Where I think I might have an issue with the first part is, first and foremost, you got two distinct block designs here. One that is this set of rough brick-like block designs, and the other one that feels a little bit more technological. These ones with these yellow frames and these textured blocks and the squares inside them. There's definitely a symbiosis of both of them, as you will, which I do like. But notice how most of these structures are, individualized. I think that's a good approach in order to give each block their ability to shine within respect to this part, which is why I think that this particular block design right here, where it's just side by side, actually does not look as appealing as opposed to the more fragmented looks of the block designs here, because it just kind of looks like a big clump here, if that makes sense. It's just a nitpick though. Nothing too bothersome, but I would probably see if there's a way to separate the platforms a little bit more there. Not much complaints about outside of that. Alright, so that's the feedback thingy. We move on to the fourth level before I, what's it called? Randomize. Baron by iNubs. Rob Top ate my lasagna yesterday. This level low-key only has one parallel, but it ain't bad. I do like consistency, but I also like having some variety in division. If a part carries on the same ideas for a prolonged period of time, I hope it does pretty well. Let's try. Conceptually, it's not that bad. But I do think that the wavy background and the way it just follows the player the way it does looks a little bit awkward in motion with other stuff. Honestly speaking, and this is just a personal opinion right here, I think that these block designs would look better if the background was reduced. So not much of these wavy details that just follow the player, but something that feels a little bit more open and separated. Probably a little bit on the emptier end is something that I'm visualizing, but nothing outright empty. Just enough to provide like some sort of depth in contrast. That's just my opinion, though. Hmm. Hmm. We're not at random levels yet. Do you still rate levels demon if they deserve it? I mean, of course. I do check demon levels, but it's just that I don't check insane or extreme demon levels. I'm checking 5, not 4, just to clarify, guys. That's pretty much the main feedback that I would have to give. Oh. Do you check high-end hard demon levels? I try to. Do you rate levels off design? I mean, if I like a design particularly well, then it gives me more incentive to, send the level. There's definitely a lot of factors that I include that I focus on when it comes to sending levels. Designs aren't necessarily just one of them, but they are a major component, I think. One more before we randomize, guys. The next one's an auto level. Just Rains and Bows. So it's a Just Shapes and Beats inspired level. Made for Distros Auto CC. Let's see. I could have went for the coins, but I didn't. Just give me 1 second. Alright, so... from a visual point of view, I think that the level, visually, is fine. I do like the different visual concepts while adhering to the rainbow aesthetic, though some parts definitely come off as empty or lacking of further details within the block designs or background elements, or some elements just kind of feel like they could have been reworked a bit to enhance the ideas that were currently there. So as a level that's designed, in terms of design, it's fine, but in terms of an auto level, I don't really like it all that much per se because, well, for me personally, a captivating auto level is one that gives some excitement beyond just the mere designs alone, unless there is an special focus to the designs being the center of attention. I don't know if I can say the same for Just Rains and Bows, which kind of feels like a standard level that was made into an auto level. That's... I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not necessarily my preference. And for writing the comment in his mind, true. Do you send 2.0 and 1.9 style levels? I don't see why not. I've sent a lot of 1.0 style levels. In fact, I once sent a 1.0 style level for a legendary. Scully Hop might know what I'm talking about. Do you watch the World Cup? And if yes, who do you root for in the final? Spain. I am rooting for Spain. Alright. Now it is time. We randomize. I saw that Spark has the randomized thingy on his what's it called? On his YouTube streams. I don't really know how to integrate that. My knowledge on stream integration is very bad. How do I capture a window? I don't want to Krita. Yeah, forget it. Yeah, there's 440 responses. Go figure. A lot of these people are campers though, because there aren't 440 people on the stream. There's only 172 of you. It's definitely clear that the forum is getting distributed on some Discord, and people are just doing it from there. 100%. So the number that I got was 360 on the dot. 360. But I also gotta check, because people are still gonna spam the forum one way or another, which is annoying. Luckily, this one is not. Collage by Chuch for GD. Recommended practice mode. Okay, I'm already getting X-Star vibes from this. Old school 2.0 levels, but mostly X-Star vibes from what I'm getting here. Alright. Yep. These remind me of that Effect and Disaster by Equinox and Abstract Dark. Oh, nice. Really nice intermission part. I do feel like some of the transitions could be a little bit better, because in the way that they lead up to the part that follows after, I think that some of them feel more like an overlay just showing up to cover the screen and then leading to the other what's it called, part, rather than more of a gradual seamless transition from one visual concept to another. A lot of the times it does feel like a kind of a break between ideas, which sure works, but I do think that there could have been more exciting ways to go about it. Hmm. Pretty good. I liked it a lot. What can I say? Just a good level out there. Honestly, wish it showed off more creative ideas, but it's still a very good level. Yeah. They didn't even require feedback anyways. That's what they said on the forum. This isn't really much feedback other than giving compliments. I'm not really critiquing much in this comment, so I think it's fine. And I can leave comments as much as I want. Alright, next level in the we have 451 requests. That's crazy. Genuinely crazy in all forms of craziness. Oh. Just give me 1 second. I realized I forgot to do something. All right. Uh, let's get to the next ID. This is an easy 2-star, and they do want feedback. Tora 3 by Shui GD. By the song. Okay, cool. Please, easy 2-star, not normal 3-star. Alright, let's see. Okay. Nice colors. I like the pixelation used. Oh, I had a hard time seeing that platform. Hang on. For the most part, in this part that I'm playing right now, there's enough I wouldn't say the word contrast, but the textures that are used to represent each detail, from the block designs to these pillars connecting them, the way that they are textured and the color choices allow for differentiation of what is a foreground or platform and what is just background material. Like, I can tell because the good coloration is applied here. In this part, however, I do think that hang on. These details right there, you can see that these rock-like details, similar, they almost look like platforms. They are part of the background, but the base color is close to the same base color of the foreground platforms that you actually interact with. So the only indicator that these platforms are able to, truly be interactable are these green vines and grass. But in the case, but you can't be able to surefire tell that it's a platform all the time. And I did die to that structure just right there because I wasn't able to read it very well. There should have been a bit more of a notable contrast there. Uh, I was about to say that was a long outro, but the swing copter made for a nice sudden moment. Hang on. Uh, Sorry, the chat's going crazy on my end. It should be slower, I think. A 2-star CC would be the great contest to get more people to join the community. I think so. I could probably pitch it to a server. I think that might be a great idea. Not my own, because I'm still dealing with a contest of my own with a prize pool that I still need to save some money for. Raz, do you want to be a moderator of my YouTube channel? Raz disappears. Alright, so I like the environment and world building that this level has. It's colorful and serene in a way. However, in the ship part, there is a background. that look like distant platforms with a bluish base. The I need to leave another comment. Dang, I can't give feedback. Raise comment word limit. I agree. At least for moderators. Lol, Twitch notification? Yep, I am getting Twitch notifications for this. People are following me on Twitch through YouTube, I guess? Alright. Alright. As you know, no infra stream is an infra stream without the yapping. It's just something you gotta get used to. 15 out of 150. We are one out of 10 the way there. 1/10 of the way there. Obligatory SC. Yes, that is what I am. The obligatory essayist of the mod team. Alright, next level. We have 505 entries. I don't know how you guys keep doing this. Alright, the next one is a harder platformer level. Midnight Motorist by Fatal... Okay, I might be allergic to something, I don't know. Calls for a reset, no. Chat has one mind. We're all blessing. I swear I played this level before. Or maybe I haven't. Your screen is unsupported. I will do this anyways. Hang on, what was being asked here? Don't use practice epilepsy warning. Alright. Dang it. Alright, we're picking up the speed again. Was the green one health? Was the green, Okay, cool. Yeah, it is. Don't stay near the police car. Go away from me. Go away from me. Go away from me. God darn it. Oh, I need to ram it with others. Okay, cool. That's what I gotta do. Go away! Go away! What does this mean? Orange cars take 2 lanes. Give me health. Give me more health. Where are you, health guys? Dude. Give me health. More. More needed. More needed. Oh, we're speeding up. I don't want to speed up. I don't want to speed up. Darn it. Yeah, I can see the limitations of me being a 4x3 player. There we go. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. I really thought I had a good momentum there. Up. Oh, come on. I can sense another boss fight coming soon enough. Watch out for barricades. No, no, get away, get away. Go away. Darn. Why'd you take health? Nope, nope, nope. Die. Die. Die, 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 die. Bro. Get fucked. I pressed the wrong arrow key. I needed the health. Where are you guys? Oh, that was it? Do I just go down? Okay. Why this got the analog like a Five Nights at Freddy's game? What? Okay. Am I allowed to walk back? Nope. William Afton, what are you up to? Leave him alone tonight. He had a rough day. I hear fentanyl. Okay. This is my house. He can't ignore me like that. I'll find a way from outside. Ran off to that place again. He'll be sorry when he gets back. Interesting. I'm not sure what narrative the William Afton part carries here, but this level's cool. This level's really, really fun. FFPS created by Scott Cawthon. Very fast was Pizza Simulator. Right, because the game that this was inspired by was from the FNAF. All right. 7. Epic, I think, is warranted. We're still 53 minutes into the stream. 54, so we still have time before we reset. 22 out of 150. Mythic Sin for the end. Roz, did you want mod on my YouTube channel? Yes or no? You did. I don't think I think I missed that. Moving on to the next level. We are at 505. We jumped all the way to the top. And this one's an easy 2-star, and they want their feedback to be voiced in real time alongside a comment. Yeah. Well, too bad. You're not getting it, loser. The darkest level E. Okay. I'm worried if something's about to jump scare me here. Please don't. Please don't. Um, yeah, so, how do I give feedback on this? In all seriousness. Give feedback on the ground line. The white line is very, very existent. Okay, so like, I would like voiced feedback in real time alongside a comment. Um, give feedback on the end trigger. Here you go. The real darkest level was the friends we made along the way. This will be my longest feedback yet. The line is very line. Amazing. Yeah, so this is my peak feedback. As you can see, I put a lot of meticulous care and effort into writing it. I hope you guys can give me the... Aww. Anyways, moving on to the next level. How much time do we have left? One more, and then we reset. The next one is 263. Another harder level. I want a detailed comment. And this was a spammed request. Response 224, 241, 256, 263. There's clearly a deliberate intent here. I am not playing this level. You want to request your level, you do it the proper way. Once. If it's a friend of theirs that happens to be requesting the same one, that's fine, but this is all happening in like the similar period that, you know what? That's not fair. $62. Demon level. One response, so that's good. Bleed 2 by Haver Pot. Bleed 2 lol. Why is this so good for my average quality? I'm crying. Where's the rug? Okay? I'd say around mid-tier hard demon difficulty. So I guess I shall play it. It's been a while since I've received a level that could use a lot more work from the ground up, in my opinion. Because a lot of levels that I've been playing tend to be on the quality side that, and I feel like if you immerse yourself in like a lot of high quality levels, then you may be bound to forget how to give casual feedback on levels that, you know, are coming from creators that are just starting in the editor. So this might be a challenge for me to give feedback on. So I ask that you guys bear with me, but I'll try my best here. Um, so some of these are just okay. I can barely see those spikes. It almost reminds me of that one part in, you know, Another by DavJT, where it's the cube and then there's like the breaking hard near the end of the level, and the screen is like an analog dark screen, but you can barely see anything. Oh, that's too sudden. I can hardly tell where the slopes end. These lines kind of blend in with the background pretty well, to the point that I don't necessarily have a strong assertion as to where these structures end. The lines are not definite. Well, I mean they are definite. It's just that the color that they harbor make it kind of hard to fully discern, if that makes sense. Okay, that is hell. That is such an odd input. Show hitboxes. Oh, you can just go over. Okay, okay. So I guess I just do this then. Some of this gameplay is so ambiguous. I do like when ambiguous gameplay is done right, but this isn't really fun. Oh, gravity becomes upright here, but you don't see the blue portal to know that you're being corrected. That's not really fun. I would like feedback in the form of a detailed comment or comments. Trying to figure out what I want to say here. Hmm. I'm thinking. It's been a while. It's been a good while since I gave feedback on a level that clearly could use a lot of work from the ground up. But I'm gonna make it work. I am going to make it work. How come you do the first 5 in order when people can just bot the form? Well, every time I stream, I literally reset the moments before, so I don't think there's much opportunity to bot immediately. Botting happens a little bit later into the request when a lot of the authentic requests got filled out, and it becomes obvious then. I skipped those. Alright. I'm trying to think. Comment, 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 comment. Do people still use Lokibot, by the way? That's something I'm still curious about. Because I might try to explore that again, but I don't know how to make it work in the context of YouTube. There's a new site people use. All right. I think I can stop there in terms of the feedback here. Alright, guys. It is time for the moment you've all been waiting for. Okay, I didn't... I meant to show the forum thing. Hang on. Let me bring the forum. Five, four... Well, first and foremost, I am deleting responses, but I need to specify it as countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys can go ahead and re-request your levels now. Already 4 immediately. Everyone's saying I am in. 87 responses already. First 5 in order again to those who managed to snag a first spot. But of course, we are going to be avoiding the botting stuff because, you know, botting is bad. There's already people who gave like 2 responses. Oh wait, these are all spaced out, so I think it's fine. But yeah, let's begin. How far are we till our quota? That we have a long way to go, and it's 1 hour in, 22. We reached like 50-ish by the first hour, so that is... we could be doing a lot more. Golden Nova by Green Alien 567. At this rate, we would probably be doing a 6-hour stream, which I am not really looking forward to doing. If all else fails, I'm probably going to end the stream by the 3rd hour, because I don't want to be streaming for that long. Because I got work. Work is important. You can see the vibes it's going for. I do think that the details are on the more basic side, using their textures as face value details. It can work, but I do think that this level leans more on the emptier side, especially with the backgrounds, because there's a lot of just open elements which feel like you could have included some sort of background detail in to further hone in the aesthetic you're trying to go for. I don't think it necessarily works to the best degree here. Wait, where did I die? Oh, you can't slide there, okay. And then it just becomes slow, and then just disconnects from the song's music sync. Well, did I just say song and music in the same line? Crazy. But I do think that the slowness just kind of feels jarring in comparison, because it just feels sudden in the change of pace. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. Um, do they want feedback? They do. I'm trying to figure out what I want to say here. Um, and for you checking Extreme Showcases today, not on stream. It will say on the forum if I were. You know the speed cheats was probably because the collab was uncoordinated. Quite possibly, yeah. What the hell? Hmm? I need to leave another comment. I can never condense my feedback into one comment. I wish I could, like something that could explain all my thoughts perfectly in one comment, and there probably is a way, but I just don't know how to. Write your comment in Brat. I don't know. I don't know why the AZ Games message got deleted. They're just a matter of opinion. I don't think it's a bad thing, but we could definitely be more constructive overall, though. I'll say. Um, this was an OSEN for me. I think this was the second level in order. Yeah, I think so. We move on to the next one. This next one is a classic demon level, 134. Stakira by I'm Not Creek. Apparently I played this earlier, but I never finished. Let's do this again. Just saying, this is a Geoxer song. This is not that hard. Let me get through this properly. There's a number of visual elements that are kind of conflicting with each other, making it a bit harder to read. Right now, I don't really like that feeling. Because I'm pretty sure this level is just around hard demon difficulty and not an insane demon difficulty from what I'm playing, but I am fumbling this very, very hard, and I'm not really enjoying that. The main reason why I... Never mind, I lost what I was trying to say. Sorry, guys, I had to quickly do something. Bro, I don't have one of those. Update verified. What difficulty was this level in the first place? Because I'm telling myself that this is a hard demon, but if this is an insane demon, I just played myself. Yeah, it's a hard demon. Bro's impersonating my icons. I'm not doing the first 6. I have a set standard for my rules, and I'm gonna follow them. Please be respectful of that, thank you. I gotta leave another comment. As per usual. I've already done one of those, by the way, face reveals. This is more so just a point of opinion on my end. This is not necessarily to be taken for granted, just saying. That's just how I felt. I'm gonna send this for a demon feature. This is the first demon send of the day, I think. And it does bring the value up to 32. It took a while to get there, but we got there. Alright. I do think that it took a little bit long, so we're going to do a couple more and then we're going to randomize from there. Randomization will happen probably in more than in an hour from now when it's 2 hours and 30 minutes into the stream because I took some time and I want to give more opportunities. This next level, Being Watched by Dino Exists. Cool, chill, short little level. This is 40 seconds long, and I have my own gripes with levels that are this short. I know that people like those, but me personally, I'm more used to levels that meet the minimum length requirement. And I feel like if a level is going to be shorter, it has to do a really good job within that shorter length. So, let's take a look. Oh, you're gonna have to. Oh, okay. That's a little bit annoying. I like what the details are going for here. But is it enough? I don't know. I don't know if I think this is sufficient, honestly speaking. I feel like there could be some more visual substance to this. It's not quite there, in my opinion. Alright. One more, and then we randomize. 1280, this is a hard classic level. Phased by Siege 9. Has 14 cents, so... Really cool stuff for a 1.3. This level will kill a 1.3 player. Rob would... Okay. Okay, I need to see this. I need to see this. Okay, so definitely heavy on the player colors used. And I just happen to have the worst one, so I had to change it. These diagonal slanted spikes and blocks inside the platforms are actually really cool. I like how jagged and improper they are. They actually give the designs more character. Can't help but feel like the level just became easier by the latter half. Whereas the first half was slightly harder. Like, this is a very easy ball part. Loading platform, but it's fine towards the end. Could you rotate things in 1.3? I think you could use a snap filter to do so. The fact that I need to unlock more stuff here, because I need to get all achievements eventually, because this is embarrassing. I need all of this, actually. I'm thinking, do I want to go for feature, or... Camelback, hi. It's been too long. Screw it. It does its ideas well enough, I think. If it was just a casually well-executed 1.3 level, I'd give it a star rater feature, but you know what? It does go beyond that, so I do want to give it that credit. Anyways, I feel bad that I do not have some color, so I'm gonna do a thing. I am interrupting the request stream to subject you guys to me opening chests. I hope you guys are happy. Anything for the content. Infra, this is not what I signed up for when I joined the stream. W gambling stream. That we are reporting you to RobTop for not reviewing levels. But I leave so many comments. What do you mean? Surely I am not washed as a moderator. I'm bored. Let's go back to requests. We are now randomizing. Didn't you say you were gonna skip levels that didn't have videos and were demons? Yes. It says on the form. Alright, we have 298 requests in this form. And the number we get is 286. What does it bring us to? A harder level. Okay. Has this been spammed? Nope, it's just the one response. I think Infra should get demoted from mod for gambling. It can become a major addictive problem. Please refer to the gambling hotline, Infra. IDK, how to name a level. Okay, let's play it. You know, Camelback, if you recall 3 years ago, I think you remember because I mentioned this in Team Zero. Well, need I not bring it up? Genshin Impact is a game that exists. Slightly empty looking, but I'm treating this as a build-up. The block designs are okay. I do think that the usage of an area tint give the block designs a little bit more intrigue to them. 1 second. Sorry, my mother was capturing my attention. I do like that this level cycles between block designs a fair bit, but I don't think that it's particularly consistent. For me personally, this is probably going to be a no send because I do think that there's a lot of lacking elements in the background, and I don't think that the transitions leading from one part to another are necessarily, seamless. Add the gambling hotline to the top left. Nah, I don't feel like it. Gonna leave one more comment. All right, let's move on to the next one. RNG, what do you have for us? At 1 out of 307, we get the number 15. Alright. This is an insane 8 to 9 star level. Been a while since we get one of those, and they want real-time feedback and a comment. Oh, a YOL level! I am interested in seeing that. Particle. I almost read this as protocol, but I guess it's particles. Using particles only as visuals. As far as I'm concerned, this guy is one of the most unfortunate individuals in terms of sends, because they have like a lot of sends on their levels, but they sadly don't get rated. I am assuming this is a new level, and let's take a look. Thank you. Let me try this again. Okay. Oh. Slightly odd UFO gameplay part in my opinion. But I like what you're going for here. Ooh. Wow, this ship part's really nice. This is definitely on the borderline of a certain rating for me, but I'm not too sure. Hmm. Let's see. What do we want to send this for? This has got to be laggy on mobile? Probably. Um... You know what? Let's be generous. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the 8-star thingy, but let's go for it. And for my first rate was from you. By the way, that was 1 year ago. Uh, take care. I was talking without the microphone turned on. Bruh. Sorry. Interesting details here. Definitely takes the corrupted heart concept quite literally in how it has heart-shaped elements in the block designs. I don't know if I like the time warp trigger being used here. The slow speeds is kind of throwing me off a bit, but I do like the internal designs of the block designs at hand. Not necessarily when they're grayscale, but when they actually have color. Never mind. I think this level kind of took a major downturn. Hmm. Trying to figure out what I'm going to say here. Honestly speaking, I feel like the time warp in and of itself, it's like it was only there to make the level surpass 1 minute. I kind of get that same feeling too. I'm probably gonna send this for a 2-star rate, personally. I got pinged somewhere. Alright, next level. We're slowly getting there. We'll eventually get there. Maybe we need more demons. Send more demons. Maybe. Oh no, this is a hard 4 or 5 star. They want feedback in the form of a comment. I'm not resetting yet. I'll need to play a few more levels. Fabi25. Editor ban. Why is this level named that? Second. Chill modern level so far. I like the colors that is going here. Good transition. Darn it. These transitions are pretty clean.
Perhaps another time.
I was muted this entire time. So I just kind of started talking for no reason. I keep doing this and I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. That's not very, very content funny. But yeah, what I was saying is that these platforms that shifts left and right here, and the fact that the player doesn't move alongside them, it's very, very annoying. Yeah, this is gonna this is annoying. Will you end the stream? I'm not ending the stream yet. I will let you guys know when I will be. We're gonna do this the right way. Are you serious? Seriously. Dude, I keep fumbling this gameplay hard, bruh. This is not a keybind issue. This is... You know, I don't need the coins. I don't need the coins at all. I just need to get through this level. Don't need the coins. They're not important. I'm gonna watch a video. But I'm inclined to put this on the later tab so I could just play it myself, but this gameplay was kind of irritating me.
Perhaps another.
I'm not muted, just watching. It's a good level. It just irritated me a lot. Gotta leave one more comment after this. Still, I'm not playing Osu. I don't even have Osu. Alright, what difficulty were they going for? 8. I think I'm gonna agree. There we go. We're at 60. We basically need like 9 straight demon cents in order to end the stream. Alright, we gotta do a few more. What is the next one we get? We have 341 IEDs right now. The next one we get is number 20. And that's a harder level. Let's see. Polar Plunge by Scully Hop. Alright. Oh, I've commented. That's cool. Ooh, this is cool. I don't think I'm... Yeah, I'm using practice mode. Okay, cool. Can't believe I died there. It's like being in part of the ocean right here. That's cool. That's cool. Wish there was a little bit more time to read this oncoming spike. All parts look pretty good so far. I really like how you utilize 1.0 blocks in this. Feels like I got a lot of winter elements out of this with the white colors and whatnot. And also some oceanic elements in the earlier parts of the level. There's some clear theming here that works really well. I liked it. This level has 40 cents. Make that 41. Let me see. $6 makes sense. Now the question is, what do I want to send it for? All right. I keep sneezing. RNG tells us that the next ID we get is 314. And this is a slightly older level, but it's a demon level. "8 p.m. by Etherin. Let's take a look. Okay. I like the vibe so far. I'm not sure if I like the sudden shift towards more modernistic details from something that had a very floaty vibe with these simple details. I do think that this is a little bit odd, but it's not too bad. I don't know if I like these squares that cover the screen. Actually, you know what? I don't think I like them at all. I think they kind of clutter the screen, and they would have looked better without the part. The part would have looked better without. So far, the visual motifs are pretty repetitive so far, and we're already a quarter of the way in. I'm wondering if there's going to be any more gradual build-up. Okay. Okay. It's building up to something. The backgrounds feel a bit empty, though you can see that there's subtle cloud elements in the background. Block designs could be a bit more interesting, though. Uh, this part looks pretty good. I did not like the transition leading up to it, but I do like this part. I do question some gameplay choices of this level so far. It does feel very awkward between transitions, and I will say that while I do like how this part look, there are some bright elements from the glow, in which case it actually makes it harder to see some of the structures that are oncoming. Like, I think the glow and the way that some of the details in the front and back overlap actually kind of make it harder to read certain visual elements. Also, wave to ship transition is kind of annoying. It would have been nice to have a transition here and some different visual elements, but because the song is starting to progress to another phase of itself, but this level kind of remains the same. I don't know what's killing me there. Okay, so these are apparently not platforms. No. Hmm. I'm probably gonna send this, but I'm thinking probably a star rate. What did the first few couple parts look? I'm gonna have to leave a couple more comments. To think that we're not even halfway to our goal, and it's been 2.5 hours that we've been streaming. Lock in, guys. Alright, I'm probably gonna have to send this for a star rate. I think it has the right elements, and I think I'm the first send, so congratulations to Etherin on your first send. But still, I would have liked to see more improvements in the gameplay and decoration in those aspects. No more essays. Sorry. Anyways, let's move on to the next level. $135 is the number. After that, After this, we'll probably do a couple more, and then we reset. So I accidentally copied the same ID. Starting to get a little bit tired. My first modern by Nosarga. Definitely not 9 6 stars more. Okay. I probably would get rid of the dark glow that is on top of the platforms. You can see that there's a gradient on the top frame of the block designs here. Honestly speaking, I'd get rid of it entirely. It would look cleaner without it. And I think it would look better too. Straight up. Well, these block designs do. I would get rid of the black glow on those arrow indicators too. Odd gameplay. I'm starting to feel tired. This is what 3 a.m. to 1 p.m. shifts do to you, and it's currently nearly 7 p.m., so I'm gonna need to sleep soon. If you're not making too much progress, then I might lower the quota from 150 to 100. Get in screen. Honestly speaking, I wish that there was a better title for this, because this level's pretty good for what it stands for. Alright. Appreciate it, man. Not, why did I send for 6? It's 9. It's definitely 9. My mind autopiloted to what was requested, but no, it's a 9. Definitely a 9. At the very least. Alright, 85 out of 150. We're more than halfway there, guys. All right, next two, I think. Another demon, and it's a classic level, but they do not require feedback. Noted. Alright, cool. Bro. Um... Dumbcube, brother. This is an extreme demon. I can't. I'm not taking extreme demon requests through this method. RNG, tell me what number to generate. It's 306. Next one's another harder level. Yet another harder level. Yay for harder levels. No insane extreme demon requests. I guess so, but also it explicitly says in the form, and it's kind of on the requester if they don't read that. I'm definitely doing something here. Hi, mouse. Hi, mousy. Don't die. There we go. Am I allowed to touch the shutdown button? Alright, I'm gonna do it. Oh, that was abrupt. But I managed to get through the gameplay faster than I expected. Let's see. Yeah, this wasn't easier than expected level, I think. It does feel on the short side, I do agree. I do kind of wish it was longer by at least an extra minute. But it's fine. I like the aesthetics a fair bit. I think I might go for 5-star. Alright, 5-star feature I think is good enough for this one. Alright, we need 6 Demon Sens straight to end the stream. What's the reason behind excluding Insane Extreme Demons despite having videos? It's the fact that they need to have proper verification videos, and not everyone has a proper verification videos. It's just a showcase without the verification, and it takes time out of the stream to try and seek those. Also, legitimacy is a thing to be worried about too, so that's why they're separated. Alright, moving on to the next one. I think this is the last one before I reset the form once again. 29. Another harder level. We're getting a lot of these. Star Sanctuary by a real star. 1.6 star level. Thanks for the feature send. Feature. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, this definitely leans into the classic style of Rob Top here. Definitely. Bruh, my stream lagged. I think this is the best feedback that I could possibly give, and this will be a feature send, I think. 6? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go for that instead. Alright guys, we are gonna reset the form now. I'm not muted. But I am starting to feel a bit fatigued. But we're almost there. But it's now time to reset the form. So let me just pull the site up. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. People saying they're in. As per usual, the first 5 are in order, and we shall carry on from there. 232002. That's the first ID I get. This is the oldest level I've been requested so far. Really good for its time. And Gigs RH sent it too. Okay. Alright, I guess I need to see a video for this one. I can't even make the first jump. People are saying it's a hard demon. Honestly speaking, I don't think I understand the hype behind this. Good on you if you do like this really old school level, but for me personally, I don't quite get it. I don't get it personally. Sorry. Next one's a demon level. Does not require feedback. Cradles by Gideonzo Plays. End screen beta the Unfelt. Yes. Alright, let's see. Just jumps into the gameplay immediately, huh? Uh, was that intentional? Just having the border break like that? I think I broke the level. Never mind, I fixed the level. Was that a free coin? Couldn't tell. Come on. I should not be dying this many times. Come on. Okay. I think this was a solid level, but they didn't really... Yeah, this is a fake end screen. Nice. Can I? I'm trying to think. I'm probably gonna do probably two more because we're reaching 3 hours into the stream and I am feeling quite tired. Request reset every hour or until I feel tired. The until I feel tired aspect is if I feel too tired to continue, not just for resetting. I should probably specify. Request reset every hour. Stream ends when quota met or feeling tired. So I think I'm probably gonna play like one or two more levels. Yeah. Synthesis by 9B3. Well, what'd you know? Your level got played. Interesting. I'm wondering if you're trying to represent the trans flag here. In which case, cool, good on you. Though I will say that the color selections here could have been a lot better. Look at these light hues on the yellow and the purple. In a way, they don't really contrast all that profoundly. Well, not profoundly. I mean profoundly well. I'm not a big fan. Slightly better part, but still feeling very empty in comparison. All right, I think I'm honestly gonna end it here because I do feel really tired. I gotta sleep. My body's telling me to sleep. So, thank you guys for tuning in. 3 hours is a ridiculous stream timing for me now and day, because of work busyness and all. But thanks for tuning in.